Susan Boyle dreamed a dream, sang a song, and has more than 11 million hits on YouTube.
Before we meet her, CBS News correspondent Mark Phillips reports on the biggest success story that Blackburn, Scotland has ever seen.
Fame normally comes at the end of the process in these national TV talent contests. For Susan Boyle, though, it came at the beginning.
I dreamed a dream in time gone by.
All Susan has done is qualify at one of the regional auditions in Scotland. But from the reaction of the crowd and of the judges, and from the millions of internet hits around the world, you'd think she'd won the whole thing. In the pub in her hometown, where she sang karaoke, a crowd had gathered to watch.
Oh, the place just erupted.
The TV show judges and the audience may not have known what to expect, but the locals here did. They'd heard Susan sing. But for this 47-year-old woman who had looked after her mother until she died recently and who had never married, there was also concern for Susan.
You shouldn't judge a book by its cover. Everybody, as I say, in the village knows what Susan is and knows what she's like. And she's a wonderful singer. She's a lovely girl.
It turns out Susan Boyle can do more than sing. She can look out for herself as well. Mark Phillips, CBS News, Blackburn, Scotland.
Susan Boyle, the Susan Boyle, joins us now from her home in Blackburn, Scotland. You look lovely, Susan. Good morning.
Good morning.
We just checked. It's now more than 11 million hits on YouTube. How is that for unbelievable?
Breathtaking. Unbelievable. Awesome. Whatever word you want to say.
What has it been like for you walking down the street since this happened?
Everybody's been so supportive. They've wished me really well.
It's so interesting to have watched this on YouTube over and over again, and you captivated not only the judges, but every single person in the audience. You have become overnight a worldwide star. Do you understand that? Do you understand what a big deal this is?
Hasn't really sunk in yet.
Susan, when you watch the whole tape, you really get a sense for the emotion, the fact that they were ready to write you off before you started to sing. How did you keep it together, even though everyone was laughing at you and not really taking it seriously at first?
Well, you have to take yourself seriously. So what I did was concentrated on the song.
People may not know some of the backstory. You have lived with your mother for the longest time. She passed away here a year or two ago. You had not really been singing very much since. How did you muster the courage to audition for this show and then sing before a huge live audience and then subsequently an audience of millions of people? Where did the courage come from, Susan?
I wanted to make this a tribute to my mother. I knew it was something I had to do, so I had to get on with it. That's where the courage came from, my mother.
Yeah.
Did you ever have professional training?
I did in Livingston.
Well, it certainly shows. Yes. And the performance of the song was so brilliant. I think the other thing people don't understand, this is not an easy song to sing.
Let's see if she can do it early in the morning. How about it, Susan? Will you give us a little taste?
Would you like that?
Yes, please.
Oh, love it.
Okay, then. Here we go, then. I dreamed a dream in time gone by, when hope was high and life worth living. I dreamed that love would never die. I prayed that God would be forgiving. Then I was young and unafraid, when dreams were made and used and wasted. There was no ransom to be paid, no song unsung, no wine untasted.
So beautiful.
You have us in tears. Really, it's unbelievable.
Here's my question of the morning, Susan. Now, you go back on the show again. Do you know what you'll sing when you go back on the show?
Why don't you watch the show and find out?
You do have the show business gene, I think. This is so lovely.
Yes, it is.